These are the directions for using Screencast-O-Matic to record video lessons and how to upload them to YouTube. So to start off, you want to go to screencast-O-Matic.com. You want to click the button that says sign up, it's free. From here, you want to click sign up with Google. From here, you want to select your Watertown Public Schools email. And just like that, you're signed up. To start recording something, you want to click Start Recorder. For most people who haven't used this before, I believe there's going to be some type of downloading and installing that you need to do. It should be very quick and safe to do. For those of you who already have it installed, you click Start Recorder. You click Open Screen Recorder Launcher. And right after that, the recorder will come up. Some of the things you have on here are, you have this box up here that you can adjust that will determine what you're actually recording on your screen. So when I have it like this, I'm recording anything that's inside of that. You have the options here on recording both yourself on a webcam and on your screen, just the webcam by itself, or the screen just by itself. The max time is 15 minutes, more than enough time. If you need to do something that's longer than that, I would definitely suggest breaking it up into smaller parts. Videos that are too long definitely have the potential to lose kids' attention. The preferences down here, nothing too significant to affect what we would do with the plan that we have. One other thing to mention is that I'm using the free version. There are more versions you can use that you can pay for, but for what we're talking about in this situation, all you need is the free version. When you are doing a screencast, I recommend having only the tabs on your web browser that you want to show. So I have a few examples up here of assignments that I do for the World's Fair. So I have those up right now so I can show you as we go. As you are going, you want to start on the page that you want to start recording on. And when you're ready to go, you go down to the bottom where it says record. So you click start recording, and you have a countdown on your screen. And then anything you say and anything that you do wherever you move, if you go to different tabs, it all is recorded through Screencast-O-Matic. You see down here, it's the amount of time that's passed since you started recording. And then one of the cooler things about Screencast-O-Matic is that anytime you want, you can pause the video, and now it's no longer recording. So sometimes what I'll do is, if I'm showing kids how to type certain sentences where they need to replace words that are in parentheses with something that is their own work, if I want to show an example of work that I've done, instead of wasting the time in the video typing out what I want to do, instead I'll pause the video, go to another place where I have the text already written out, I'll copy it, bring it back, paste it where I want it to be, and then I'll click record again. It'll record after the 3 seconds, and it'll be kind of like that video magic where the text just popped up and you didn't waste the time in the video typing everything out. So that's one way you can use the pause feature on here. Another thing that I like to do is, if say I made a mistake and I want to go back through for the last 10 seconds, this little blue bar down here shows you how much you've recorded and the different seconds that you've recorded. So say I wanted to go back 10 seconds, I would click on the blue bar back until I get to that 10-second mark. You can go back the whole time, you can go back some of the time. Unfortunately, you can't select a portion in the middle to delete. You can only go back from the last place where you recorded. But once you've decided what you want to do, how far you want to go back, you go over here to where the record button is, and it'll say continue recording at seeked position. So it'll start up again at that 21-second mark. So you click on that, you click yes, truncate, it'll go back to that 21 seconds and restart the recording. Another couple things, just a couple tips of things that I like to do. I like to give directions for kids when just written directions wouldn't be enough. For a lot of kids, they kind of really need that modeling to see how everything needs to be done. So I'll do that. I'll show how I'm doing it. I'll show how I'm going to Google to find an image, things like that. I also like to use it for doing formatting. For sixth graders, at least, you can't just say, okay, make it look presentable. You got to give them step-by-step instructions as to how to make it presentable. So within my video, I'll have a comment on the side, if I'm using a Google Doc, of steps. I'll go through those steps one by one, but they'll also be written on here so that kids can reference them as they're formatting their own work. To where in the end, I hope it turns out as something that looks like this. When you are done, right? So you've done all you've done the whole lesson, and you feel like everything's good. You've gone back and you've looked at it. Click pause. You can always go back to the beginning here, and you can press play. And anything you say and anything that you do wherever you move, and as you can see, it'll show you everything that you just recorded. If you want to scrap the whole thing and try it again, you can click this trash button here. It'll delete everything. If you feel it's good, you can click the done button here. The edit video is really only for those with the paid for accounts. So with the free one that we're using, you won't be able to do that. However, you can take the file in the end and put it into another software like iMovie, where you can edit the video that you made on here. I would most recommend going to save/upload. So if I click on save/upload, first another box will come up, and you can review your entire video again. If you want to save the video as a file to put into another program or just to have on your hard drive, you can save the video as a file, use that again later. If you want to share the video as you've made it directly with kids, I would recommend uploading it directly to YouTube, because when you post a file, like a video file, in Google Classroom, it's difficult for the kids to access it. The best way to access it is through YouTube, so they can just stream it using the internet. So I'm going to show you how to upload it to YouTube. One thing to say before we get to that point is everyone has a free YouTube account through their Watertown Public Schools email. However, if you have not gone to it before and activated it, you need to do that before you do anything with Screencast-O-Matic. So just going to YouTube, logging in with your Watertown Public Schools email, you'll be able to activate the account, and then you'll be able to do all this stuff here. But you have to activate it first if you have not already. So if you have it activated, you click Upload to YouTube, and then we see a few options here. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your YouTube account is attached to Screencast-O-Matic. So you click up here where it says account. Mine's already in here, but what you would do is you would go add account. You'd launch the web browser that takes you to YouTube. You'd sign in with your Watertown Public Schools email. You would allow Screencast-O-Matic to access your YouTube account by clicking allow. And then just like that, it's connected. You want to give your video a title. You can give it a description or tags if you'd like. The privacy option, you want to pick that depending on what you're going to be using this for and how comfortable you feel. Public means that anyone can find it on YouTube and anyone can look at it. Unlisted means that you can only look at it if someone directly sends you the link to it. You can't find it by searching for it on YouTube. And then private means that only you can see it no matter what. If you send the link to someone, they won't be able to watch it. So you got to choose here what the privacy level you want to be. Categories education, cursor, highlight cursor, that's that yellow thing we see here. So if you have that on there, it'll have the yellow thing around your cursor. When you have all those options figured out, you're going to hit publish. It will take a minute for it to upload. You can skip past this part if you're just watching this video right now. One thing I'll say as this is uploading, I was told that for those of you who are thinking of sharing books during this time, like if you want to read a book out loud to your class and you want to upload it to YouTube, you should put it as unlisted due to copyright issues. So if you're reading a piece of work like a book using YouTube, or if you upload it to YouTube, you need to make it as unlisted. When you have it published, what you want to do is you want to click Open Upload, and that's going to take you directly to YouTube, directly to the video that you just uploaded. Sometimes it'll still take a minute for your video to upload, but once you're here, you can take the YouTube link at the top, and then you can post it wherever you would like. You can also go down a little bit further and edit it as well. And those are pretty much all the directions. Again, I want to repeat that if you want to record yourself reading a book, you have to put it as unlisted due to copyright issues. And that is pretty much it. Thank you for watching.